Yeah, so good evening, students. So, students, we are in the seventh session. Okay, probably I thought the last session, but I don't know, little more topics I'm still left with where I already made the slide, but still I need to just complete them. A last finishing is required. Anyhow, let me try to complete the best out of it. Okay. Yeah, so students, sexual reproduction in humans, the last topic of this particular chapter, asexual and sexual reproduction, or how do organisms reproduce? Okay. Yeah. So students, we have seen this in one of the slides of this chapter. You see, when male and female gamete fuse, zygote is the first stage, followed by embryo, and then fetus, finally baby. Okay, this is a slide we have already seen. But today's slide will be starting after this story. Okay, after this baby, what will happen? Students, after baby, what will happen? Obviously, the next stage is child, followed by adolescence, followed by adult, followed by old, again the death, and again the baby back, or you can say again the this particular story starts. Again the zygote story starts back. Okay, so this is a loop. Okay, this is a loop. I don't know whether the same persons will be forming zygote. So this nobody said it. Okay, this is actually loop. Okay. Now, students, so right now you can see the topic is puberty. What is this? Where does it start? Okay, from zygote, embryo, fetus, baby, child, adolescence, adult, old. Where is this particular puberty's age, or you can say a particular biological lifetime where the puberty is? Anybody who can just say where is that particular puberty age is from? Is it in the baby, child, adolescence, adult, or between child and adolescence, or adolescence and adult? What is that? Where is that?
Sir, between adolescents.
Okay. Okay, so it is actually between child to adult, or you can just say during the adolescence. Okay, during the adolescence. You see, adolescence, what did I mention, student? Adolescence, I have mentioned 10 to 19 years. So between 10 to 19 years, there is puberty. Okay, between 10 to 19 years, there is puberty. Yes, right answer. Okay, okay, very good. So, doubt, teens, okay, pre-teens, okay, adolescence, right, okay, adolescence, right, student, okay, absolutely right. So, you see some students are starting joining now. So, try to switch on your camera, show your faces on the bogey. So, just push away that negativity in your minds to keep hide from the screen, okay. Yeah, so student, obviously, right? So puberty, so this is where I'm starting this reproduction. So definitely, so during the adolescence, or you can say between 10 to 19 years, there is a puberty life of a male or female. Okay. Now we need to learn what is puberty then. Okay. So the definition goes like this. Okay. So I'll just be giving more clarity what is puberty. Then we'll be moving more into it. Okay. We'll moving next part, which is nothing but the organs, reproductive organs. Okay. Look at here. Look at very carefully. Puberty refers to the transition from a child to adult. You see, child is here, adult is here. Transition from child to adult hai beta. But it is not only the growing of your size. It should be accompanied by sexual maturity. What is sexual maturity, student? Sexual maturity is nothing but the ability to reproduce. Okay, the ability to reproduce is just you. We all became capable of reproduction. If at all we are becoming capable of reproduction, then we say it is we have attained sexual maturity. Or you can simply say in spite of this word, you can say here we are ready to produce here we are ready to produce sexual hormones or sperm cells or ovum cells, egg cells. Okay. So that if our body is ready to reproduce that particular cells, we say sexual maturity. But it is not only that, student. I'm also saying it is accompanied by not only sexual maturity, I'm saying it is physical changes also. Again, student, physical changes. There are two types of physical changes here. First physical change, primary physical changes or primary sexual characteristic changes and secondary sexual characteristic changes. Okay. So let me go with only primary at this place. Okay. Understood, student? We are moving from child to adult. In between that, we have some puberty that may be over here. Only this part. This part. Okay. But what is the reason? You need to say sexual maturity is attained. What is sexual maturity? Ability to reproduce or ability to produce sperm cells or ovum cell. Okay, followed by physical changes. So physical, I am saying it is just nothing but the primary physical. Okay, what is it means, student? Primary physical means, you see, primary physical change is reproductive organs start to grow. So in male and female body, reproductive organs will produce to flow. Okay. So what is that in male? What is the reproductive organs? Yes, you can see the size of testis, size of penis, and complete reproductive part will start to grow, student. Then we say that physical changes that to primary sexual characteristics has been formed in our body. Okay, understood, student? Sexual maturity is ability to produce reproductive cells. Physical changes means primary sexual characteristics. That is nothing but reproductive organ starts to grow. Like in male, it is testis, penis, and some other parts which we'll be discussing now. So in females also development of ovaries, which we I'll be I'll be just explaining more into details soon after this particular slides. Okay. So that way we can just say we have learned what is sexual maturity, what is physical change. But is it only that? No, it is also psychological changes. It is as good as you feel many changes in your psychological mood, student. You see, till that time you were child, you were here. If at all you want something, you would just cry for the things, whatever your wishes. You are not able to express what you really like it. You are just making something very hard to understand your parents. Okay, yeah. So okay, sugar, no problem. Okay, but once you get to the once you get to the puberty age, it is psychological changes. You will express more, student. You will express more. It is here. Okay, you will try. Or else you can just take this picture. Okay, you will try to express more. Okay, you will not show directly. So if you want something, if your parents are not giving, you will not shout, you will not cry, you will not cry. My mean to say, you will show it in indirect way. You will show, okay, आज मुझे खाने का मन पसंद है, आज मुझे स्कूल जाने का मन नहीं है. Okay, so in that way you will directly, indirectly, or you will express yourself, Papa. So this is the reason I want this particular thing. So these are the psychological changes what happen in your life, student. Okay, is that only these three? No, it is again the last thing. Secondary sexual characteristics also change. Okay, secondary sexual characteristics also changes, student. Now, what is secondary sexual characteristics? So, students, I don't know whether you remember or not. I have discussed this particular word in control and coordination when I was expressing hormones. Okay, so there I have already expressed what is secondary sexual characteristics. It is nothing but physical changes that you can distinguish yourself as a male and female. Okay, that's all. Okay, it is just signaling your sexual maturity. Something like, you see, males, growth of facial hair, deeper voice, and increased muscle masses. These all are the secondary sexual characteristic changes in males. So, and also pimples, yeah, acne, these are fine. So in females, it's widening hips, their breast development, and pimple and acne, these are all significant changes. Okay, so these many changes you will be feeling at the puberty, student. Okay, did you all understand the meaning of puberty? It is not only the age growth, but it is sexual maturity, primary sexual characteristic, psychological changes, secondary sexual characteristic. These many things will happen, student. Okay, so can anybody say what is teenage? What is the age group of teenage? So some students are writing teenage.
The 13 to 19.
Very good. Okay, 13 to 19. Okay, so this age group is teenage. So so you see, student, this puberty age is not exactly matching to teenage, not exactly matching to adolescence. It is between, somewhere it will happen. Okay, it is a continuous process. So it may develop in so from year to year also you can consider puberty age. Okay, okay. So with that, okay, so with that, let us start more details about. Okay, so if the question comes on what is puberty, what are the changes you need to write? There are two types of changes. Primary sexual characteristics changes also happen. Secondary sexual characteristics also happen. Okay, 12 to 20. No, student. It's 13 to 19 teenagers. Yes, very good, Avdhan. Okay, so primary sexual characteristics, so change in, so if the question is what are the differences between primary sexual, secondary sexual, this should be your answer. Okay, primary sexual characteristics means basically the reproductive organs like testes, penis, scrotum, which will I'll be describing more. Here the changes will appear. Okay, in females, ovaries, fallopian tubes, vagina, and uterus. Here the changes will happen. This is primary sexual character. What are secondary sexual characteristics? The one which we can see and identify. This you can't feel and see it, student. Okay, but here you can feel it. What is the changes? Like facial hair in males, facial hair, beard, mustache, deepening of voice, broad shoulders. These all are the changes which are secondary sexual character. In females, like enlargement of breasts, widening of hips, start of menstrual cycle, which is very important thing in that starts in their particular life. Okay, these all are the other changes which you can see in the secondary sexual character. Understood, student? Now the question comes, what is the exactly age of this puberty? Okay, so generally the puberty age is considered like this. Okay, so widely accepted. The general age of puberty is 10 to 13 years in females and 12 to 14 years in males. Okay, so I think Strugal, your doubt will be cleared now. So it is different for males and females. Okay, so that's the reason, student. You see, females are generally their puberty age is early than males. Okay, puberty age is early than males. Okay, obviously, just now we have seen the secondary sexual characteristics are the features that may appear during it. Okay, so students, so many things are there. Okay, so the one answer is it's a natural way. So they are early, and the some of the reasons which we'll be describing in the session today. Okay. Yeah, females attains puberty little early than male, and major thing in females like students. So this is a very major thing what females experience during puberty age. Okay, menstruation or menstrual cycle, what we call. So you see, student, when we go for the reproductive organs learning in the uterus, they have some particular like this a blood and mucus tissue. Okay, it starts developing in the uterus. Okay, so after 25 to 28 days it gets discharged. It gets discharged after 25 to 28 days. It gets discharged again. After that cycle again it starts forming. Okay, so this is what it starts forming and getting discharged after every cycle. This particular thing happens to originate during, especially at the puberty age of the female student. Okay, so there are many changes, Shrugal. It's not that we can't compare why like that, why they are early. So we can't compare it. Okay, there are many different things. Total body itself is different from male and female. Yeah. Okay, so many things happen, student. Okay, I'll anyhow compare little things. Don't worry. Yeah, so if the question is what are the changes between male and female? So you see here the question what I framed, difference between primary and secondary. Okay, now the question is in the secondary, what are the different characteristics of male and female? Okay, you see male, I have all female, I have already said enlargement of breast, but here your shoulders will be developed, but they are not. In the male, shoulders will be developed, but they are not so significant. What is much significant is your larynx, what we call voice box, right? Adam's apple. This is what is seen very clearly if the puberty age is attained by the male. Okay, and it doesn't mean in female that particular change will not happen. It is not so significant. This Adam's apple is not so significant, but here enlargement of breast is significant. Okay, that is what is the difference between male and female. Okay, so in male, enlargement of larynx and Adam's apple will start be significant. In female, this is the reason. Okay, what else? Obviously muscular development. You see the bones, the muscles started dole shole, they'll be starting on this particular males. Also, his voice cracks and deepening of voice. You see, deepening. When I went to the defense after coming back after training, 1 year after training. So two reasons. First of all, my voice has changed totally. So people who already knew me, they were not at all comfortable with my words, with my voice, because deepening of voice, very strong voice will be coming out. These all are the changes in the biological changes during that particular age, student. Okay, so in female what will happen? Obviously here some increase in pelvic region. Pelvic region is nothing, something like from abdomen to thigh region. That particular region will start to increase. Okay, so these are the secondary sexual characteristics differences. Is there anything common? Yeah, this particular thing is common in male and female, like pattern of growth of hair, especially pubic region. Okay, oily skin. Okay, which are responsible for the pimples. Yeah, appearance for the pimples. So these are the common things in both male and female. This is what the changes or the secondary sexual characteristics between male and female appear during the puberty. Okay. Punapa, are you following, student?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. Tanushri, okay, so Tanushri will join. Okay. Okay, Tanish, how was your exam?
So maths was a bit difficult. Other than that, all the other questions were easy.
Maths, which chapter?
Sir, AP and introduction to trigonometry.
Come on, come on, Tanish. Intro to trigonometry. We have finished our this revision also, right? Final revision also finished. Okay, send your paper, student. Let me see what made it so difficult for you. Okay, yeah.
Yes, sir.
So this is what the difference you need to write. Okay, students, do you all understand what is puberty right now? Okay, so here is what the puberty from the child to adult, but it's not the only age. It is sexual maturity, ability to reproduce yourself, physical changes, your primary sexual characteristics. This is nothing but your organs. Okay, reproductive organs, psychological change, which I have explained, and secondary sexual characteristics also nothing but your facial hair. Okay, pubic hair. These all comes under this particular thing. Okay. Yeah, with that, let us go for some of the questions then. Fallen down. What I have fallen down to what to tips. Physics, we have finished the two chapters revision, right? After finishing the light chapter, I don't think you will be going, you will be somewhat weak. Okay. Narendran, right answer. Fadila, right answer. Shrugal, okay. Tanish, give the answer again. First answer is right, Tanish. Rujuta, right answer. Maya, right answer. Harshini, right answer, beta. Ponnappa, right answer. Amulya, Ananya, right answer. Shrugal, right answer. Okay, students. Very good to see all the right answers. Very good, Tanish. Aparna, oh, very good, Aparna. Ayana, very good. Shayan, where is your answer? Did you give the answer? Next question on the screen. During adolescence, several changes come in human body. Mark one change associated with sexual maturation in boys. It's in boys. Huh? During adolescence means he wants to concentrate on puberty. Yes, right answer. Ayana, Harshini, Maya, Shrugal, Tanushri, Ananya, Rujuta. Okay, right answer. Tanish, Harshini, right answer. Beta. Okay, Narendran also right answer. Megha, right answer. Shayan, right answer. Good, good to see that. In human females, an event that reflects onset of reproductive phase is the onset of reproductive phase. So ready for reproduction. So what is that particular characteristics or the particular event? Shayan right, Megha right, Tanushri right, Ananya Mulya right, Rujuta right, Tanish right, Harshini right, Narendran right, Maya right, Ayana right, Fadila right. Okay, good students. Shrugal right. Aparna, no student. It's I only am speaking about human females. Growth of body, both again, male and female, both will start with developing. Okay, so only in females that will happen, beta. Ah, yes. Okay. The right answer, sir. Menstruation is the right answer. Okay, so with that, we have understood what is puberty at what particular age all the changes are happening. Okay, now let us see our this primary sexual characteristics. We said something like our reproductive organ starts developing, right? So we need to see to understand the reproduction also. We need to go and see the parts that are responsible for the reproduction. You see, in plants also we have done the same, right? First, we have understood what are the parts of the flowers. Then we went to what is happening in the reproduction. Same we'll be seeing here. Okay, first let us understand the male reproductive system. Okay. Okay, let us see what is male reproductive. Okay. So first of all, what is the purpose of male reproductive system? Then we'll be learning which part is for which purpose. Okay, student. The first purpose, two purposes are there, beta here. First of all, it needs to produce sperm. It needs to produce sperm cell, which are reproductive cell. Okay. So first purpose, it need to produce reproductive cells, which is nothing but as I am speaking about male, it is sperm cell. Second, it need to transfer the sperm cell to the female reproductive part. okay, to the female, transfer of sperm cell, only not only developing the sperm cell, student, it need to transfer that also, right, in the female reproductive organ. So here is the two functions of male reproductive system. Okay, it consists of portions. We produce the germ cell. So germ cell is nothing but here sperm cell. Okay, and other portion to deliver the male gamete to the site of fertilization. So where does the fertilization happen? The fertilization happen in the female uterus. So obviously the two purpose of male reproductive cells. Okay, production of sperm, transfer of the sperm to the female reproductive organs. Okay. Oh, very good, Rujuta. So that's absolutely right. Yeah, I have the same topic. I just want to make hide that question and let me know how many students know that. Okay. That's the reason I'm using the wrong statement sometimes. Okay. I have that in the today's slide. Yeah. So male reproductive system. Now let us learn what are the parts of the male reproductive system. You see, student, it includes a pair of testes. So you see, one, two. Pair means two. You can look at here also. This is testis. On the other side, there will be testis. So pair of testis is there. Okay. And other than, so what are these testes responsible? These are responsible for the production of sperm cells. Okay. These testes are responsible for the production of sperm cells. Now, once it is produced, first purpose is finished. The production of sperm cell is finished, but it need to be transferred, right? So now who is responsible? Let us see. You see, there are some ducts, pipes that are going. So those are nothing but sperm ducts. Those are nothing but sperm ducts. So transporting that sperm duct. Okay. Obviously, two testicles means two pipes should be there. That is the reason two sperm ducts are there. Okay. So how the sperm ducts are connected? They are connected to the testis on one side, and another side they are connected to the penis. Okay. Or I'll just explain in the penis where it is also connected. Okay. So that is what the two sperm ducts are responsible. And the third thing is penis. So just now I said, right? So obviously transfer is fine. So it will to transfer to the female reproductive organs. So that's who will take that particular purpose. It's nothing but the penis, student. It's responsible for the ejaculation of sperm cell in the female reproductive system. Like that, male reproductive system can be divided into three parts. Okay, production of sperm, okay, movement of sperm, and finally ejaculation of that sperm to the female reproductive part. Okay, but besides it, there are some more things. Okay, what are those things? You see, prostate, seminal vessel. What are the, student? We have seen this particular glands in the second chapter, I guess. Okay, prostate and seminal vesicle. You see, here they are. Here. So what is that, students? So the sperm which is produced here, that can't be moving up to the last part and finally into the female organ system. It can't move so fastly, student. So it needs some liquid to move that particular sperm cell. So sperms are cells, definitely. That is a reproductive cells. I'm sure about it. But there is no liquid that from which they need to move. So some liquid needs to be produced. So that is nothing but semen. Seminal fluid also we call it. Semen also we call it. Okay. Okay, students. So definitely some liquid also required for the movement of that particular sperm. And who is producing that liquid? These two glands, prostate gland and seminal vesicle gland are producing the liquid. Okay. So even though whenever I'm calling gamete, you're all understanding only sperm cell, but it is not only the sperm cell. It is sperm plus semen. Okay. It is so complete gamete is nothing but sperm plus semen. Okay. Testosterone is a hormone. It's not that particular thing, student. Testosterone is a hormone. Okay. It's a semen. Semen and testosterone are not same. Okay, I'll explain it. Don't worry. Understood, student? So that is the reason we need to divide this topic into three parts. Testes, these tubes, and finally this penis. Okay. Now let us learn more into it then. Okay. Let us divide. 1 second, student. Who is this calling me there? Hello. बाद में कॉल करिए प्लीज. All the waste calls comes in this time. Yeah, so that's the reason, student. So this is seminal fluid, semen, sperm cell. Okay, you need to find the difference. Okay, sperm cell is responsible for reproduction, but this fluid is responsible for the movement of this sperm cell. Okay, so let's go for some more questions. Which of the following is a part of male reproductive organs in humans? Yeah, so let me see the answer. Sorry. It contains testosterone, but they are not same student. That is what even I said. Okay. Right answer. Rujita, right answer. Aparna, right answer. Fadila, right answer. Ayana, right answer. Harshini, very good, beta. Tanish, very good. Amulya, Ananya, very good. Okay, good students. Okay, you all know it. Okay, Shayan, right answer. Tanushri, right answer. Megha, right answer. Okay, sure. Ponnappa also right. Sir, both functions are same. Actually, when we go very deeper, it is little bit different. So as of now, their both role is to produce the semen. Okay. So but when I go very deeper, it is again different. So that internal topic is not required for your particular purpose. Okay, yes, students. So penis vast difference is nothing but what is this? It's nothing but that's duct, student, whatever we call it as a sperm duct. Okay, sperm duct. So all the four are right answer. Okay. All the above right answer. Vast difference is nothing but sperm duct. Which of the following glands are part of male reproductive system? Okay, so students who are having some doubts, like you see yesterday, Fadila has asked some doubts. So I asked to just project the same thing in WhatsApp. So please, when if I am not able to answer, please project the same issues in my WhatsApp. So in tomorrow's session, I'll take it. Ponnappa, right answer. What is that? Yeah, right answer. Ponnappa, Mega, Aparna. Yes, student. Many are right. Yeah. Tanish, no. Amulya, Ananya, right. Tanish, give the answer again. Tanushri, right. Harshini, right. Shrugal, right. Rujita, right. Maya, right. Okay. Yes, student. Yeah, Tanish, right answer. Okay. Seminal and prostate. Okay. Yeah. Now let us see what is testis. Okay. So students, if it all question comes for testis is nothing but the producer of male gamete. That is nothing but sperms, which we have discussed. There are a pair of testes where the sperm is produced. Okay. Now, how this particular testis is holded? So testis is holded by a pouch or sac-like structure known as scrotum. Okay. Scrotum, students, the outermost part of that particular testis, where these two testes are something like they're in the bag. Okay, that is nothing but scrotum. Now you can ask me, sir, why is that? Why these two are outside the body, whereas the remaining you can see these entire things are inside the body. You see these glands are inside the body, tubes are also inside the body. Okay, so why these testes are outside? Can anybody? Can anybody? Why this particular male reproductive organs which are producers of this? Yes, Tanish, go ahead.
So because sperm production usually requires 2 to 2.5 degrees less lower than
Very
the
good, very good.
body
Maya
temperature.
right, Fadila right. Okay, good students. Okay, obviously Tanish is right, Fadila, Maya, everybody is right. So because that particular the production of that particular sperm requires little bit cool temperature. Okay, with lesser temperature than human body. Right answer. Tanushri also specific temperature is there. Okay, so your body temperature is something around 25 degrees. I say I guess 25 26 degrees or some Fahrenheit 98.5 or something like that. So it requires something less, student. Okay. So you see, student, there is one more important question. Huh? What is that? Did I write that? Yeah, the process of formation of sperm in testes is called spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis, where the process of the production of sperm in testis is spermatogenesis. Okay, please write this word. Spermatogenesis. Yeah, Mega.
So you said the human body is 26 degrees Celsius. It's 37, right?
Room temperature, yeah, it's 37. Room temperature is 26 degrees Celsius, right? Yeah, you're right. Absolutely right. Yeah, I'm sorry for that. So, temperature, so please, you can just express in Fahrenheit. So, some student has asked me this one. I think we generally measure
98 Fahrenheit.
98 degrees, 98 Fahrenheit degrees. Sir. When you convert this, you'll get around 36 degrees. Yes. Okay. So some student has asked me the conversion I have given here. I don't know who is that. Okay. And also that conversion 273 Kelvin equal to 0 degrees Celsius. Kelvin to Celsius, Fahrenheit to Kelvin. Okay. Outside is more than that of human student. So we have already read that, right, Sugar? When outside temperature is more than inside, we have already seen that sweating starts to our hypothalamus will activate. It will produce some sweating. Automatically, the cooling will happen. You don't need to take care of that. Automatically, our internal hormones, your hypothalamus, all are there to take care of that production of sweat. Okay. Yeah. So if anybody asks you, okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Role of testis. So testis has only two roles. So first role we have already learned, formation of sperm. Yeah. So student, there is another big role of testis. What is that? Testis hormone. Testis secrete testosterone. So we have read this particular word. Can anybody say what is the part when this particular testis organ, you see, this is a testic organ, this is a scrotum, student. You see, this scrotum open, so this one, this is so this will be fully covered. Still, to explain further, I just took the photograph of this. This is the scrotum, okay, open one, and this is testis. Can anybody say what is the path? When does this hormone testosterone gets activated or hormone will be produced? Yes, Harshini.
Sir, at puberty.
Yeah, age is right. A path I want. Who will activate it? Forgot everybody? Anybody?
Sir, like it's done by the testes, right?
It's a pituitary gland, right?
Ah, very good. Okay, so student, this is an organ that will, but somebody should give the information, right, for that hormone. So this is the time. Yes, Fadila, you're also right. Master gland. Tanish, very good. Okay, Maya, right answer. Very good, Maya. Hypothalamus. Okay, you all forgot the thing. You see, all the hormones are produced by the definitely. All the hormones are produced by the organs. But who will give their command? Hypothalamus is the master, and it finally it next gives to the pituitary gland. Finally, pituitary gland will go and activate the particular organ. Right now, we're in the male reproductive system, it activates testis. Then testis will produce the hormone testosterone. Okay, so when will hypothalamus give the command? Obviously, during the puberty. Okay, during the puberty age, this particular path follows. Okay, that's the reason I always ask you interrelate the chapters, interrelate the subjects.
Sir, if this question's asked, do we like should the first priority be writing hypothalamus or pituitary gland?
No, student. So you see, even though this is a controller, this is the master gland, right? This is what we learned,
I
right?
should write pituitary gland.
Yeah. Okay. Pituitary gland is fine. Okay. So student, what is the doubt? Okay, 1 second. Somebody is asking some doubt. What is GLD? Which is endocrine? Yeah. Student, endocrine exocrine glands. I have already explained in chapter number 2 very clearly. We have done it. So that day also I said full forms are not required for these two, even though I have given in the notes. Okay. So something like releasing hormone, some hormones are there. I don't remember, and full forms are not required. Okay. You all understood the path, right, students? So at puberty, that particular thing happens, and the direction is somewhat like this. The testosterone. Okay. So these are the two roles of testis: production of sperm, production of secretion of testosterone hormone, which is responsible for the appearance of, yeah, this testosterone hormone will trigger all the secondary sexual characteristics like facial hair. Okay, that particular both endocrine and exocrine. Acha, okay. I'll explain that. Okay, I'll explain. Okay, so that will trigger your secondary sexual characteristic. Okay. Yeah, so students, so in testis, sir, what is happening in testis that is producing this both sperm and testosterone? So that's again big history. You can see seminiferous tubules are there. You see in the kidneys also we have seen the tubules. So same seminiferous tubules are there. These are basically responsible. Okay, so don't know nothing, no more much deeper thing is not required, sir. Wherever I am finding some questions are frame, I have just seen the last 3-4 years question papers. So I'm just taken according to that picture, sir. Yeah, seminiferous tubules. Seminiferous. Which one, student? No. So, student, so let me explain endocrine and exocrine glands. Okay, so I'll explain it. Don't worry. Okay, so I think you have asked me some more doubts, right? I'll make some small video regarding that maths. What is the doubts you have asked, student? Maths doubt, right? Yeah, I'll make it small video according to that. Yeah, testosterone, male, you can see they stimulate the male sections, okay? Male secondary sexual characters. This is what we have seen in that particular thing. Okay, yes, let us go to some of the questions. An injury to the scrotum might injure. Yes, right answer. Maya, Fadila, Tanish, Ponnappa, Rujuta, Harshini, Tanushri, Ananya, Amulya, very good. Harshini, right answer. Shayan, right answer. Shrugal, right answer. Okay. Who else? Yes, Mega, right answer. Aparna, only one answer you give, beta. Narendran, right answer. Testis is the right answer. In human males, testis lies in the scrotum outside the body because it helps. Yeah, because it helps. Yes, right answer, Fadila. Tanushri, right answer, beta. Ponnappa, good. Harshini, nice. Rujuta, no. Yugal, good. Mega, good. Ananya, Amulya, fine. Aparna, superb. Tanish, awesome. Maya, excellent. Yes, Rujuta. Formation of sperm. Okay, only formation of, not other thing. Identify B. I'm zooming it. Identify B. Mega, right. Narendran, right. Ponnappa, right. Tanushri, right. Nanyamulya, right. Oh, okay, Strugal, right answer. Very good, student. Tanish, right. Maya, right. Ruchita, right. Harshini, also right. Beta. Okay, it's testis. B is nothing but testis. Yes, now let us go to the second part of the male reproduction. We were speaking about the sperm ducts, right? So what are these ducts? So you see sperm ducts are also called as vas deferens. I think this is a Latin mean. There is some Latin meaning for this. Vas deferens. Okay. What is its basic function? Its basic function is simply transportation of sperm from testis to urethral opening. Urethral opening. Okay. Also you can see here the sperms are formed at testis. Now they are to be delivered through the vas deferens which unites. So they are to be delivered to the particular tubes, which again they unite with the ureter. Can anybody say where did we see this word in the first chapter? Which type of system? So in first chapter, life process we have
Excretory.
exactly excretory. Okay, so you all remember the system ureter. You see, we have taken a human excretory system from the kidneys. The urine is being given to the urinary bladder through ureter. Okay, finally the urine will be filled. It will be exiting through urethra. Okay, remember these two words: ureter, urethra. Okay, I am again taking that words here. Okay. Yes, so let us see some doubts are there. Rujita, very good, Rujita. Very good, Narendra. Kidney, excretory system. Ponnappa, right answer. Okay, good. Maya, right answer. Strugal, right answer. Okay. So now this particularly the sperm cells, you see the ducts. Finally it is giving here. Okay. Now he is saying it unites with ureter. So student, it doesn't mean that particularly two tubes are mixing. It doesn't mean that sir in this tube only that particular thing, another tube, sperm tube also coming and mixing. No student. You can see here he means to say in your textbook also I think it is written unites with ureter is nothing but it is taking the loop. You see sperm is produced here. This is a sperm that it is just hanging on this particular loop. Nothing but it is not mixing here. Huh? It is just uniting means hanging. And finally, it is going to the directly the end starting part of the penis and finally exiting through the urethral opening. Okay, so urethral opening. So urethra thus forms the common passage. Now the question comes: so is only the single passage for the both urine and the sperm or semen? The answer is yes. In males, the answer is yes. Common passage for both the sperms and urine in males. Okay, understood, student? What is urethra? It's just the final opening, student. Final opening from where which we pee. Okay, release our urine. That particular, you can see the particular tube also. Here, 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 here. It joins it here. Finally, it is just opening at the urethra. Okay, so that is about sperm ducts or vas deferens. Okay, so its basic purpose is the transportation of sperm cells. Understood, students? Okay. Yeah. Now question comes, sir. But you said something like semen also comes. You're still now speaking about sperm cells only. Where is the semen now? Yes, students. So you see, along the path of that particular duct, there are some glands. Can you see here the glands? Yeah, here and again here and again from there the duct is going. So that particular duct is passing through these two glands. What are those glands? Prostate glands, seminal vesicle gland. And these two are adding the liquid part or the fluid part, you can say, which is nothing but semen. So that's the reason so that particular sperm cells can't travel for the long distances. This tube is helping to travel. Why? This tube acts like a particular something like it sucks that particular cell. That is fine. But after the tube finishes, how will it go to the other part? Okay, so that's the reason, student. The semen is to be added. So that is added over here through this pipe only. Okay, prostate and semen add their secretion. These secretion make the transport easier and are also responsible for the provision of nutrition to that sperm cell. Okay, sperm cell produced at testes are transferred through ducts and passing them through these glands, which release semen and gets mixed with sperm to travel easily, and the duct will couple to urethral opening. The duct will couple to the urethral opening. Any doubt till here, students? Any doubt till here? No? Okay, good, student. Okay, you see, this is what the final part is. Okay, so it mixes over here and here with the semen. Okay, so now let us go to the third last part of the human male reproductive organ system. Okay, what is that? Penis. Okay, penis. What is its function? Its function, two functions are there. Okay, first is release of urine, which we are not discussing here. Excretory, we have discussed that in excretory system. Yeah, releasing of sperm in the vaginal opening of female. Yes, that definitely comes as a reproductive part. So the function of penis means you need to write both of them. But right here, we will be concentrating on reproductive. So it's a cylindrical tube which serves as both reproductive and excretory organ. So what does it do? It just delivers sperms to the female reproductive tract. That's all. That is what the purpose of penis. Okay, student? Okay. Come on, let's do some of the questions now. Identify C. No, vas difference is not urethra. Those are sperm ducts. Sperm ducts, beta. This one, this pipes. This is van difference. Yes, all of you given right answer, student. Shrugal, right answer. Maya, right answer. Ponnappa, Tanish. Narendra is struggling with the network issue. Ananya, Mulya, right answer. Tanushri. No, beta, Tanushri. Wrong answer. Mega, right. Aparna, right.
Which one?
Okay.
Yeah, A or C?
Yeah, pardon, Rujita?
Sir, for which one do we have to answer?
I'm
A
not.
or C?
Acha, so this, you see the question. Acha, so question you have hidden. I'm sorry for that. Question is identify C.
Okay.
Identify C. Okay, so identify C. C is something like tube. Tube is nothing but sperm duct. Sperm duct. Yes, Harsh. Right answer. Rujita, right answer. And Tanushri also right answer. Okay. Aparna, are you giving the answers? Yes, Narendra, right answer. Can anybody say, are they both different or same? Estrogen, progesterone.
Different, sir.
Different. So they are the hormones of the females, right?
Yes.
Ponnappa is saying same. Tanish different. Okay. Shrugal different. Rujuta different. Okay. Okay. So student, actually they are same. Okay. They are same. They are same, student. Okay. So you see one, if even though their timing, yes, very good, Rujita, absolutely right. So they both are same. Estrogen produced and progesterone is completed. Okay. So you see, I think we have explored this particular concept in this particular second chapter also. Estrogen. So when a woman gets pregnant, the same estrogen gets stopped, and we call it as progesterone. Okay. Up to the pregnancy, we call the same hormone as estrogen. Okay. So they are same, but they are the different stages of life. That's all. The correct sequence of organs in male reproductive system for the transport of sperm. Yeah, he's asking the path. Path. Maya, right answer. Shrugal, no. Harshini, right answer. Tanish, no. Ponnappa, no. Narendran, right answer. Tanushri, right answer. Rujuta, right answer. Ponnappa, very good. Padila, right answer. Megha, right answer. Ananya Mulya, right answer. Okay. So yeah, Shrugal, you see, testis, vas difference, urethra better. That is what I have shown it here in the green color. You see, testis, sperm produced through the particular sperm duct. It is going to the urethra. So ureter is nothing but this one. This one, you see, it is taking the hanging help, but not they are connected here. Okay. Ureter is nothing but the urine coming from the kidneys to the bladder. You see, your sperm cell with is not going to that path. It is just hanging there and again reaching back to the particular urethral opening beta. Understood? Strugal? Okay, sure. Yes, sure. Right answer. Yes, now let us see what is actually sperm. Okay, so it's a male gamete. We are learning it from the very first day. Male gamete. So where it is produced, testis. Today we have seen. And what is testis? It's a part of a male reproductive. Okay, so now we need to know what is the shape of this particular sperm and what it consists of. Okay, so students, you know already it's a tiny body, tiny cell which is present in the male reproductive, which is produced by the male reproductive organ. It is having genetic material. So genetic material in the very first session we have seen DNA, genes, we have seen, right? All the information, all the traits of your parent is being saved in this particular, inside this particular sperm cell, student. Okay. And what is the shape of the shape of the, it look like this. Okay. The sperm consists of three parts: head, middle, and tail. Head, middle part, and tail. Does it live, sir? What is that, student? Sugar, I did not understand your question. Please you can repeat it again. Yeah, okay. Structure of sperm consists of head, middle part, and tail part. Okay. Obviously, student. So living, obviously, right? So whenever you see the combination of Ca and H, it's something like organic and living. Obviously, every cell is made up of C and H only combination, right? Okay, and it's living. That's the reason it is producing a life. Yeah. Tanish. Okay. Yeah. So student, you see there is other part also. At the top, we have an acrosome. What is acrosome? I mean to say, you see your sperm comes like this. Ovum is like this. As the ovum cell, the outermost part of the cell is very hard, right? So, this cell should, this outermost membrane should be broken. Then only sperm can enter inside, and finally the fusion can happen. But how can it break? That's the reason, student. At the starting part of the head, we have some digestive enzyme. It has some digestive enzyme that can digest the top layer of the ovum. You see here we have, it has a some digestive enzyme. This enzyme will particularly digest the outermost particular membrane of ovum. Then it finally enters into the ovum. Okay, so the head part is having acrosome, which is consisting of digestive enzyme. Okay, digestive enzyme, acrosome. Okay. Now, sir, what is middle part? Middle piece. Yeah, it is mitochondria. You all know what is mitochondria. Mitochondria, powerhouse or the energy providing particularly into the cell. Okay. Can anybody say why mitochondria is required here in this cell? The cell is ultimately going and fusing, and the full of energy is given by already in ovum. Ovum is having full of energy nutrients. But why this particular sperm cell still requires mitochondria? And very important thing. Very good, very good. Rujuta, very good. Strugal, very good. Narendran, very good. Right answer. Okay. Very good, student. Ponnappa, right answer. Okay, yes. So, student, obviously, you can see the tail. Tail means some swimming should happen, right? So, that is what student. You see, after entering this vaginal introductory part of your female reproductive organs, it need to move up to some part, that may be fallopian tube, that may be uterus. So, up to there, some movement should be happening, right? So, for that energy is required, and that energy is given by the mitochondria, the middle piece of it. Okay. Understood, right, student? Mitochondria, it requires energy to swim. Once it enters the vagina, it has to reach up to the particular position of fertilization. That's the reason it has some mitochondria in the middle place. Understood, student? Till here, understood, right? So, student, now you can see we have, as we have already seen this, male and female. Sperm is having only 23 chromosomes. Female is having only 23 chromosomes. Your offspring or the zygote, which is having again 23, 46 or 23 pairs. Okay, you should have some clarity on this. Again, we'll be discussing in hereditary, I guess. Okay. Yeah, which of the following is a male gamete in animals? Yes, very good. Fadila, Narendran, Tani, Rujuta, Shrugal, Tanushri. Tanushri, what is that? Tanushri, your keyboard is malfunctioning as. Harshini, right answer. Check your answer. Male gamete in animal. Human is a social animal. Okay. Sperm, beta, sperm. Male, male. Male. Yes, mega right answer. Okay. Sperm. Sperms are generated through. Very good, Tanish. Shrugal. Right answer. Tanushri, right answer. Rujuta, Megha, Swadila, Narendran, Maya. Right answer. Come on, some students are not giving the answer. I am not seeing Shayan answer. I am not seeing Aparna answer. Amulya, Ananya, give the answer. To production, right? Yes, absolutely right. With some preserving of genetic material. Yes, right answer. Which of the following part are only present in male gamete? Which of the following parts are only present in male gamete? Aparna, right answer. Previous one. Narendran, very good. Megha, right answer. Tanish, right answer. Rujuta, no beta. Maya, right answer. Rujuta, you need to reduce your speed. Fadila, right answer. Yes, Sugal, beta. Right answer. Harshini, right answer. Yes, Rujita, you see, you are correcting all the answers at the end. So try to reduce your speed.
Yes.
Shayan, thank you. Okay, yeah, Tanushri. So nucleus, cytoplasm, definitely every cell requires it, right? Head. You see, head. The sperm cell is having something like head, the middle piece, and tail, right? You see, you will not see any other cell having this head. They are spherical in nature.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Which among the following are not the functions of testis at puberty? Huh? Read the question properly. Not the functions of testis. Testis means he's speaking about male at puberty. Yes, right answer. Tanushri, Megha, Narendran. Narendran, read the question, beta. Maya, right answer. Fadila, absolutely right, beta. Shrew girl, very good. Tanish. Tanish, always happens with you. You see, he's asking not the function. So knowingly also he'll give wrong answer. Because you're just rushing. Yes, Rujita, very good, beta. Yes, Tanish, right answer, man. Harshini, right answer. Shayan, superb. Amulya, Ananya, right answer. Okay. Obviously, not the function. Development placenta, it's during the pregnancy time, and that's for female. Estrogen, progesterone, just now I have discussed, they are the hormones of the female. So they two are not in for the males. So D is the right answer. Yes, Narendra, right answer. Ponnappa, right answer. Aparna, give the answers. Which of the following combination will cause successful fertilization? Okay. So let us wait the fertilization question, sir. Okay, if you want to give it. I think they have mixed up some questions, I guess. Yes, Shrugal, Megha, Tanish, Fadila, Harshini, Rujuta, Mayu, Narendru, Tanu, Ponnappa, Aparna, Tanushri. What your father calls you, Tanu or Tanushri? Full name?
Both, sir.
Both. Okay. So when he wants to pamper you, oh my Tanu, he will call you, right?
Yes.
Okay, right answer. Oh, plus. Which of the following is male gamete in animals? Leave it. We have read this question. Identify vast difference. We finished this question. Yes, we finished this question. Okay, yeah. So let us move to the female reproductive system. Okay, we finished male reproductive system. Now let us go to the female reproductive system. Okay, yeah, you can look at here. So this is what the female reproductive system looks like. Okay, so first of all, let us learn the parts and basic functions. Again, we'll go deeper into the each part. Okay, so let us go. This is the first part you can expect. The opening of the female reproductive system, vagina. Okay, the opening. This is for the opening of the female reproductive system. Okay, then the next part after opening, student, you see you're going, this particular path is going to this one. What is this? It is nothing but cervix, the path to the uterus. You see, this is uterus. So this path is going to the uterus. So this particular path, this green color path, we are calling it as cervix. Okay, students. So first part is vagina, opening of the female reproduction. Second is nothing but cervix, the path to the uterus also you can call. And the third part is nothing but the uterus, the complete area. This total area we call it as uterus, right? So don't get confused with urethra, what is that word, student? Uterus. What is that word? Let me check that.
Ureter.
Ureter. You see, Megha understood. Okay, ureter. So these words are somewhat confusing. Ureter. You can understand something like, you see, urine. For urine, urethra, urine, ureter. But this uterus is totally different. Huh? Okay, yeah.
So today are you taking till 7:30 or 8?
8 student. I need to close this. Why? Not available?
No, sir, I'll be there.
But still, I don't know. One more session is still left. So I have seen some portion which is uncovered in the slides. Okay. Yeah. So this is uterus, the complete area. Here is where the embryo will be developing, student. Okay. Here in this, so this you can call it as womb also. Womb of female, womb of mother. Okay. Where the embryo will be developed. Okay. And what are these, students? It's a fallopian tube. Fallopian tube. And here is what where the ovary is. Okay. So ovary, you can compare it with the testis. Okay. Testis. So male has two testes. So female has two ovaries. Okay. A pair of ovaries also you can call. Okay. So these are the parts of the female reproduction. Okay. Now let us go one by one inside what is happening. Okay. Let us start with, yeah. So the female reproduction consists of ovaries. You can see ovaries, left and right, we call it as oviducts, are also known as fallopian tubes. You see this black one, oviducts, fallopian tubes, both are same, beta. Both are same. And uterus is this one. Uterus is this one. Okay, so student, I said something like during menstruation cycle, some particular this tissue will be developed, right? This is where the tissue starts developing. Okay, the blood and mucus tissue. Okay, after 25 to 28 days, it gets discharged. Okay, and this happens until the pregnancy. Once the woman is pregnant, it starts holding it. Okay, so I think there is a separate session for this particular topic. Let me see whether I can frame it out or not. Okay. Yeah, so getting discharged, that's fine. Ovaries are complete reproductive part inside. Yeah, so here, student, in female, entire reproductive system is inside their body only. Why? Because this particular system requires the body temperature to produce the ovums, to produce ovums. So in males, the producer of sperm cells are outside your body, but in females, everything is inside the human body. Okay. Yeah, so now let us speak about the ovaries first. Okay, once we have understood the overview, let us go deeper and now learn about ovaries. So, what is ovaries? A pair of ovaries are found in female reproductive system. A pair of ovaries are found in female reproductive system. You can see left and right pair. Okay. So what does they do, student? What is their role? Obviously, they're producers of the female gamete, which we call it as ovum. Okay. So, student, you should not get confused by the word ovum. You see, there are many names. I think there are many names like ovum, ova, egg cell, female gametes. They all are same. Okay, they all are same. Okay. Technically, this ovum is the last matured egg is known as ovum. Okay, technically speaking. But in the language purpose, they are using all of them, mixing the things. Okay. Yesterday also we have seen in the flowers, right? How many egg cells are there? So there the question he is especially asking about the mature one, not all the other immature. Okay. Yeah, so you can just compare this with the testes produces male gamete. Like here, this particular ovaries will produce the female gamete or ovums. Okay, and we have seen they are non-motile. Now the question comes. So, sir, motile means their semen is helping to travel. Now here, who is helping these particular things to travel? Like suppose eggs are produced over here, who is letting them to travel the fallopian tube? So again, students, this tube itself is helping this particular ovum to travel. So it is something like acting like some vacuum duct. So it is sucking that particular eggs. Okay, so nobody, so they are non-motile because they are non-motile. They can't move a lot, but still they are moving. How? With whom help? With this particular duct help or fallopian tube help. Okay. Now, students, there are two names here. Okay, you see in the ovaries, ovum is formed. That is nothing but oogenesis. Okay, so I'll just zoom it up. The process of formation of ovum by ovaries is nothing but oogenesis. Okay, and it is different from ovulation. Huh? Ovulation and oogenesis both are different. Ovaries produce ovum, that is known as oogenesis. Now that ovum should be transferred to this tube, fallopian tube. Suppose many ovums are produced, but only one ovum will be transferred to the fallopian tube. Okay, that is matured ovum, and that ovum, that time, what whenever this particular thing is getting transferred, we say ovulation is happening. Okay, ovulation is nothing but release of ovum from ovary to the fallopian. They both are different. Huh? Oogenesis and ovulation both are different, students. Oogenesis is the formation of ovum. Ovulation is the release of ovum from ovary to the fallopian tube. Okay, understood everybody? Okay. So let's do some of the questions then. Which of the following are part of female reproductive organs in humans? Yes, Tanish, right answer. Fadila, right answer. Harshini, right answer. Rujita, right answer. Maya, Narendran, Tanu, Ponnu. Ponnappa, right answer. Yes. Yes, Aparna, good to see your answers back. Ananya Mulya, right answer. Where is my friend Shayan? Shayan also right answer. Release of egg oblique ovum from the ovary can be termed as. You see, there's a question on that. Mega, right answer. Tanish, good. Fadila, no Fadila. Rujita, right answer. Narendra, no Narendra. Maya, right answer. Ponnappa, I did not explain this word in the entire session. Where did you find this word? Aparna, right answer. Shrugal, no. No, no. Fadila, right answer. Narendran, right answer. Okay. So again, I'm explaining sugar. You can look at here, student. You see, they are producing these all ovums. So production of ovum is oogenesis. But from this one, this red, all this ovum, only one red like this converted to green. Only one will enter after getting maturity. Okay. They all are immature. Only one ovum will go to the fallopian. This green one is, so this formation is known as ovulation. Okay. Release of egg or ovum from the ovary to the fallopian tube is known as ovulation. Okay. Okay. Yes, Ananya Mulya, right answer. Sugal, very good. Okay, Tanushree, right answer. Okay, now let us see about the ducts. Okay, so we are saying something like duct, right? You see, this is a duct, and where it is connected to? It is connected to ovary on one side and connected to the uterus on the other side. Okay, you see this one is connected by this red color part. Two green color parts are connected by red color part. Okay, it is on the both sides. Huh? Again, it is on the both sides. Okay, oviduct or a pair of muscular tubular structure. You see, this is a muscular tubular structure. What is its function, student? Its function is nothing but whatever that matured ovum has entered, its role is to transfer that ovum to the uterus. Okay, the function is only to transfer that particular ovum to the uterus. Okay, now the question comes. Okay, yes, can anybody? Okay, Mega, where does the fertilization happen?
Sir, in the fallopian tube.
Very good. Okay. Good to see. So obviously, student, that particular fertilization happens not in uterus, not in ovary, but during the journey only. That too in the fallopian tube only. Okay. Fallopian tube only. Okay. And in the fallopian tube, at which portion? Yes, Maya, right answer. So in the fallopian tube, we have a ampular region. It is somewhere here, students, from here to here. Okay, not here, not here, not at the edge. It is somewhere over here to here. I think I need to extend this from here to here, I guess. Ampular area. At this particular region, fertilization should happen. Now the question comes, sir, where is the sperm? So from here, ovum has entered, but where is the sperm? If the sperm get fuses, only then we say fertilization, right? Yeah, so student sperm should also reach that point. Okay. So you have understood the fallopian tube purpose. Okay. Its role is to carry the ovum from ovary to the uterus. Okay. And fertilization also happens here. Okay. Yeah, you can see ovum which is produced finally move to the fallopian tube, and here it will not go direct into uterus, students. So what will happen? I'll just discuss after explaining uterus. So the third part of the particular female reproductive organs, I have finished this. I finished. Okay, I finished this. Now I'm moving to this part. Okay, which is nothing but uterus. So it is pear-shaped organ and is also called as womb of female, where embryo actually develops. Okay, it's a space where the embryo gets developed. Okay, and what is its primary function? Its function is to provide the nourishment for a suitable environment for the developing embryo, or you can say baby also. Okay, so this particular place will create all the environment. Okay, not this, will create all the environment so that the baby or embryo will be developed up to the fetus and finally up to the baby. That is by providing the nourishment, Okay, yeah, so please go for some of the questions. Identify C here. What is C here? Yes, right answer. Tanushri, right answer. Ananya, Narendran. Narendran, are you there? Why are you giving wrong answers? Fadila, right answer, beta. Aparna, right answer. Narendran, check and let me know whether you have any doubt. Maya, right answer. Ponnappa, right answer. Rujita, right answer. Narendran, right answer. Ananya, Narendran is checking me whether I'm watching him or not. Intentionally is giving wrong answer. Shayan, very good, Shayan. Harshini, right answer. Mega, right answer. Tanushri, right answer. Okay. Oviduct or fallopian tube. Both are right. Okay. Who is this? Last answer given by Strugal. Okay. Yeah. C is asking. C is fallopian tube and oviduct. Both are same beta. B is ovary. This is ovary, beta. Okay, you see, this is ovary, I said. Ovary. This is fallopian tube also you can say. Oviduct also you can say. Okay. Mistyped. Okay. Yes, right answer. Maya, Tanushri, Megha, Ananya Mulya, no student. B is nothing but ovary, beta. So here will the baby be developed? Mulya, Ananya? Just check. Strugal, right answer. Shayan, right answer. Narendran. Narendra, will the baby be embryo will be developed here? You're partially right, but that's not totally right. Nanya Mulya, right answer. Harshini, right answer. Yes, Rujita, right, beta. Okay, Ponnappa, right answer. Ah, yes, Narendran.
So I'm getting confused because that A is not pointing in the middle. So,
Pardon, pardon.
so that A is not pointed to the middle. So I'm getting confused.
Acha, okay. So you want to hear arrow you're speaking about? Fadila, right answer.
Yes, sir.
No, student. So you see, here if I give A, what does that mean? It means it is pointing
Sir,
to
A
the.
is pointing at uterine
So identify the part that bears the embryo.
lining.
Your voice is cracking, Mega. Yeah,
Sir,
Mega.
it's correct only,
It's
right?
correct only, I said. Yeah. Okay. The human female has a single uterus and
Sir,
pair
it's
of.
correct.
Pardon? Your voice is cracking. Can you type it, Mega? A female gamete ovum is released by the uterus. Okay. Very good, Strugal. Right answer. Fadila, right answer. Rujita, very good. Harshini. Harshini, wrong answer. Check Harshini. Mega, right answer. Ponnappa, right answer. Narendran, very good. Shayan, no beta. Harshini, okay, right answer, Harshini now. Amulya, right answer. Shayan, good answer. Very good, Shayan. Maya, good beta. Tanushri, no, Tanushri. Okay, human female has single uterus, pair of ovaries. That is absolutely true statement. We have seen multiple times. Uterus is only one and ovaries are two. Okay, the female gamete ovum is released by the uterus. No, female gamete ovum is released by ovaries. Okay, uterus doesn't release it. So two is B statement is B answer is right. Yeah. Yes, yes. Now you are right. Huh? Sorry, statement one is true. Statement two is false. Yeah, that is what I said. Right. Identify the fallopian tube, and you can find out. C is the right answer, I guess. Okay, fallopian tube. Okay. Okay, so student, this is what we have learned till now. Okay, so now we have understood what is puberty, what is male reproductive organ, what is female reproductive organ. Okay, now what we need to we just said that some both fusion should happen. So sperm and ovum should happen. This is what I said. Something like sperm is a haploid or N cell. Ovum is also haploid. What does haploid means? Only 23 chromosomes. Only 23 chromosomes. But when they both get fused, we get a zygote and it is a cell. Which type of cell, student? It's only unicellular cell. Zygote is a unicellular cell. But how many chromosomes? Again, 23 pairs or 46 chromosomes. Okay. Zygote will be developing into embryo, which is multicellular again. Okay. The same thing I'll show it like this. Okay. So fertilization. Okay, so now we will be learning this entire thing again with the topic known as fertilization. Okay, so it's a first step in reproduction process. Okay, Narendran, what is the first step in flower reproduction system? Plants reproduction system?
The pollination.
Very good. Okay, so student, there the procedure is pollination, fertilization, germination. Okay, so here the first step is reproduction. Very good, Maya. Embryo versus zygote. Yeah, I'll clear your doubt. Rujita, right answer. Okay. So first step is reproduction. So student, fertilization, you can give these answers always. Fertilization is a fusion of sperm with ovum, or you can also say to form zygote. You can also extend your answer like this. Okay. And you all know this. Okay. So you see, student, as I said that here is where the fusion is happening. You see, this is particular. There are many ovums, but only one ovum will just, which is matured enough, will enter the fallopian tube. But here I am saying that fertilization happens. That means sperm should also come here. The sperm which has entered through the vagina, obviously it will travel up to here, and this fellow has reached here. That is where this region we are saying that ampular region, the fertilization is happening here in this region. This particular ovum and sperm cells get fused up. Okay, here is what happening. Okay, student. So here only zygote is forming, but even though we zygote started its journey, ultimately it's only for the very few days, I guess. Okay. Finally, it again reaches back to the particular uterus. Then only, especially in the uterus, endometrium layer it will rest. Then it starts developing. Then it starts developing, student. Okay. It is something like this. You see, zygote is the first cell. Yeah, this is what the difference, sugar. You see, this is the fertilized egg that happened in the fallopian tube. But soon the cell is formed, you know, the cell will again convert into two cells to four cells to eight cells to zero. This entire thing is happening in the fallopian tube only. Okay. So from here to here, so from here reaching here to here, this entire thing is happening. This entire thing is happening. Okay. Now this is the stage where it is moving to the this particular stage. This is where it is moving to the endometrium layer of uterus. Okay, what is known as blastocyst. Blastocyst. Okay, you see in the small place, lot and lot of cells are there. Blastocyst. Yeah, you see some students are asking, sir, what is the difference between embryo and fetus? Okay, so student, these all are embryo. Why? We are not able to differentiate what are the body parts. But you see fetus, which we generally say after 4 weeks, here we are able to understand. So this is head, these are some head, these are hands, these are tails. We are able to differentiate. Okay, that particular thing we call it as a fetus. This is the difference between embryo and fetus. Yes, absolutely, it is happening here. Okay, you see, student, only up to here meiosis, sperm cell and that particular ovum cell fuse. This is meiosis. Again from here mitosis only. Mitosis only. Mitosis is nothing but one parent cell, two daughter cells. That is the reason your formation of this particular zygote is nothing but meiosis. Again, development of zygote to embryo, fetus, and finally to the baby. This is all mitosis only, student. Understood, sugar? Mitosis is nothing but what you read as a binary fission. Those all are the subclassifications of that particular mitosis. Understood, student? Where is the what is all happening in the fallopian tube, and finally what is happening in your uterus? This is all happening. Okay. So there are some words like something like what is placenta? Okay, what is placenta? What is umbilical cord? Okay. So student, the placenta is nothing but its organ is being developed. Once the baby reaches uterus, once the baby reaches here, an organ starts developing around the baby to protect the baby, the hard organ. Okay, to protect the baby and nourish the baby. Okay, umbilical cord also something like this. From the stomach part, it starts coming outside of the placenta so that the nutrients will be supplied to the baby from the mother's food. Okay, from the mother's food. No. Placenta is the special organ around the particular. Blastocyst is the entire thing. Inside you can see many cells, and outside we have some sac-like thing. So this total thing we call it as blastocyst. Placenta is up to the 9 months. Blastocyst is only one particular stage. This is the difference. Not the same. Not the same, student. Placenta and umbilical cords are not the same. Placenta is a tissue, right?
So
Yeah,
I
obviously
didn't
when I
understand what placenta is. They've said that it's a disc-like structure, right?
yeah,
Embedded in the uterine.
yeah, you see, that's the reason I said something I need to explain these three parts, which I've framed
Okay.
some of the
Okay.
slides. So right now, if you ask me what is placenta, I'll just say it's an organ, special organ that is being developed around the baby to protect the baby. But what is exactly, we have that particular part. Okay, which of the following combination will cause successful? Yeah, we have already given the answer. Huh? Successful reproduction leads to the formation of, yes. Successful reproduction leads to the formation of what? Embryo, fetus, zygote, or infinity gauntlet. I don't know what is this, sir. Don't ask me. Very good. Ponnappa, Rujuta, no. Tanushri, right answer. Maya, no. Ananya, right answer. Harshini, right answer. Rujuta, right answer. Shayan, right answer. Narendran. Acha. Okay, okay, you're right. Maya, no. Tanish, okay. Mega, right answer. Okay, so student, you are getting confused. You see, this is zygote. Once first fuses fertilized egg, this is zygote. From the zygote, this is embryo. From the embryo, it is fetus. From the fetus, it is baby. Okay, zygote, embryo, fetus, baby. Okay, understood, student? So now, if I ask you, a successful reproduction leads to formation of womb. The first stage is zygote. Obviously, it is zygote. From the zygote, embryo. From the embryo, fetus. From the fetus, baby. Okay, this is the part. Understood, Maya? Where is Maya? Understood, right? Yes, Tanish. Fertilization marks the events when both the gametes are. Yeah, once sperm and ovum are released, that time you say it is fertilization, or the fusion of that both, will you call it as a, yes, right answer. Mega, everybody is right. Tanushri, Ananya, Mulya, Harshini, Rujuta, Shugal, yes, right answer. Everybody, Ponnappa, Padila, and Maya also right answer. Okay, now let us see what is fertilization. Okay, so fertilization already explained. Huh? I think we can finish today's students. Okay, so fertilization based on fertilization, students, there is no much deeper to explain here. You can just understand the things over here. Fertilizations are also two types: external fertilization, internal fertilization. So whatever you have read in humans, so that fertilization happening in the starting in the fallopian tube, internal. Okay, internal. So internal fertilization, the best example what we learned in humans and birds. This sperm is entering and moving up to here, fallopian tube, ovum is coming from here. Here is what the fertilization happening, and finally the particular zygote is converted into embryo and fetus over here. Okay, but there is external fertilization also. Okay, the fertilization that takes place outside the female body, like you see, fishes, frogs, they all undergo external fertilization. See, there is a female fish. What does it do? It lay eggs after maturity. Now on this particular female fish lay eggs, the male fish comes and just spreads its sperm on the egg. Again, there it, if the proper conditions are there, they finally go for the fertilization and developing into the zygote, embryo, those all. Okay, student? Yes, yes, you're absolutely right, student. Okay. Okay, yes. In case of clone fish, the female will lay from 100 to 1000 eggs. The male then passes over the nest and releases sperms to fertilize the eggs. Which type of fertilization do you think this is? Yes, right answer. Shrugal, right. Ponnappa, right.
Sir, can you go to the again previous page?
Right. Oh, okay, going. Maya, right. Fadila, right. Rujuta,
I want
right.
to take an all
Narendra,
screenshot,
right.
sir.
Tanish, right. Okay. Yeah, my friend is on the screen now. External fertilization. Tanushri, right. Okay. So no, you don't ask me, sir. Entire everywhere there is a water. Will that particular things will not spread in the water? How can this go and sits in one place? I have not explored all of them. Okay, so there's a very few topic, 1 or 2 questions I have seen. Okay, which of the following organism conducts internal fertilization? Obviously,
I
human
have
is the
taken
right.
all screenshots, sir.
Okay. So Devansh, wait. I'll send the entire thing in your group. You see, yesterday I have sent the entire note. The students who are interested, that's your wish. I'm not keeping anything with me. See, even first I thought to just upload the entire content, but I'm not able to do so. So I thought to upload the entire content in my veteran tuition app so that you can all look at it. But nobody is interested, and even I'm not finding some time. Yes, students, match the following. Now you have finished sexual, asexual, everything. The questions from both the topic. Ananya, Amulya, very good student. Yes, Ananya, Amulya, right answer. Narendran, right answer. Rujita, right answer. Maya, right answer. Megha, right answer. Come on, students. Only few students give the answer. Come on, everybody should give. We finished. Tanushri, right answer. Fadila, very good right answer. Tanushri and Fadila. Come on. Shayan, Aparna. Aparna, are you there? Aparna, Tanish, very good. Aparna, are you there? Please speak. Let me see. Is Aparna on the screen? Yes, Aparna is there. She's just watching movie and my session is at the same time. That's the reason not responding. Aparna, which movie? Which movie are you watching, student? For Makar Sankranti, many movies got released, right? New movies. Okay, so the right answer is C. Okay, human, sexual, one parent, asexual, yeast we have seen budding, hydra, yeast, they all go for budding. Bacteria we have seen as a binary fission. Okay, which of the following structures get embedded in the uterus? Yeah, which of the following structures get embedded in the uterus? Very no. Maya, Megha, Fadila, Tanushri. Mega. I think only Mega is right, I guess. Yes, Rujita is right. Harshini is right. Harshini, 100%. Shayan, very good. Fadila, no. Tanushri, yes. Okay. Amulya, Ananya, also no. Student, okay. The answer is embryo, student. Embedded in the uterus means once it settles, it should be developed, right? So who gets developed? Fertilized egg is already in the fallopian tube. Okay. Zygote first cell is there. But soon after zygote, I have shown in the this particular thing I have shown, right, student? You see this entire thing is happening in the fallopian tube only, I said, right? You see happening fertilized egg, the from that zygote to embryo. But once it settles, so embryo is happening over here, student. Okay. Advantage of sexual reproduction. Yeah, advantage of sexual reproduction, student. Google. That is not
So there's
advantage.
two answers. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah,
That's
Mega.
relevant for the previous questions.
As a previous question. Okay. Advantage I'm asking. Okay, two answers. Yes.
Sorry, I
Narendra.
read that as asexual first. That's why I gave the first answer.
Okay. Rujita, right. Harshini, right. Okay, right answers. Okay. So obviously sexual reproduction advantage. So I have started with the same thing. I have derived what are the disadvantages and then I have started the advantages. We want variations in the offspring for genetic diversity or the evolution of species. Okay. Okay, that's the right answer. B is the right answer. Okay, students. In that way, we have completed this chapter, but still I'm able to see few topics I have not taken. Okay, I just loaded what is that, but I'm still making like placenta, menstrual cycle, reproductive health. Okay, so I'll just complete this topic after heredity. Okay, I'll complete this topic after heredity because many students are asking me heredity. I just want to move that. Okay, you see, I have completed 95%. You should not quote me, sir. You have not completed this chapter. Okay, anyhow, I'll try to send these slides. If at all I find time after heredity, I'll come back to this part. Okay, these like what is placenta? Okay, placenta function kya hai? Some of the questions. What is menstruation? Why it is painful? Why are the cramps happening in happening in women? Those all I'll be taking some of the special questions. Why is the particular reproductive health important? What are STDs? Okay, what are the particular contraceptive pills? Those all are there here. Okay, so I'll be taking this particular thing if at all I find some time after heredity. Okay, I just want to move heredity. Okay, students, that's all from my side. I think I have taken only 10 minutes extra. Okay, one question. One question student has asked me yesterday. Let me just open that slide. So you see, one student has asked me, sir, what are the advantages and disadvantages of self and cross pollination? I guess that's the question. Okay, I just added that in my session. Biology 2023, reproduction only, fertilization and germination parts. Okay. Can you see my screen, students? Yeah, you see, student, here it is written. Where is that?
So we can't see your screen.
Achha, no, I've not shared.
You didn't share it yet.
Okay. Okay, so you see this is a different student. So okay, when you think it deeply, you can answer them also without preparation. Also, you see in flower we have seen within same plant that reproduction is happening. We call it as self pollination. With the different plants, cross pollination. This is already the meaning. You see here student, what are the advantages of self pollination? First advantage, they don't require those insects and weeds. It is automatically happening. So pollinators are not required. That is the advantage of self-pollination. Okay. What is the disadvantage of cross-pollination? It requires that insects and winds. If the insects and winds population is reduced, automatically cross-pollinations will be reduced. Okay. In Telugu or South India, we have a movie of that Rajnikant, Robot 2, or what movie, I just don't remember the name. So this is where he has taken the gist from all the insects and everything, as the human is eradicating all the things. So obviously, students, that has affected the cross pollination, and no fruits are fertilized, no food is being fertilized, because we want these all insects, birds, all are required for the cross pollination. Okay, what is that movie? So some student have written it. Yeah, 2.0, Robo 2.0, I guess. Yes. Okay, this is where it has taken the point from. Okay, yeah, that is the first advantage and the disadvantage. What is waste? You see, very little pollen is waste. You see, pollen grains from the male, they are just beside the female. So most of the pollen grains has transferred. But here, the birds feathers will take some while flying. Some of the pollen grain will be out of that its body. So lot of pollen is wasted. So these are the two advantages. These are the two disadvantages. Okay. So what are the advantages of cross pollination? One very big advantage is a variety. Variety. You see here again, same flower, same male, same female, almost no change. Okay. But here in cross pollination, one male of one flower, female of another flower. So definitely variation and new traits come, and obviously genetic diversity will come here. And here almost no, as the species and evolution is also in endangered state. Why? Because you see, if no changes, once some virus gets affected, all the self-pollinated plants are mostly they will be eradicated, because they are all having same characteristics. Okay, but it is not with the cross pollination. Some changes are there. Okay, in this way you can frame what are the particular these all are there. On variation should be still sexual protection, right? But yeah, still that's the reason almost no I said, right? Almost no I said. Okay, variation will be caused in both. It is almost zero, but it is somewhat high. That is what the meaning is. Okay. Yeah. So understood. So who asked me? I think this is it. Fadila, you asked me,
Yes,
student.
sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay. So today into you can just take a screenshot if you want. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I think if at all if at all I don't go for this question also, I would have written these two. Okay, no help. I would have written these two. When I just analyzed in my mind, I got these two. But for better things, I have seen your particular NCRTs, some of the reference books I have seen it. Okay, for these things. Okay, students, that's okay. I have not shared it. Yeah, you can take screenshot if you want. Okay, students, that's all from my side. If any doubts, welcome. No doubts, we'll meet again. Tomorrow is a holiday. Tomorrow is a holiday. Enjoy your Makar Sankranti festival. The day after tomorrow, we'll be starting with again circles, right? circles we have finished half of the thing. Half of the thing will cover the circles, and finally we'll go to the sample papers of the circles.
Sir,
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
I sent you some
Questions, right?
questions,
Maths
sir.
questions, right? Yeah, I have seen, student. I'll just make video tomorrow and send you to.
Okay, sir. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Bye,
you.
sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, happy Pongal.
Thank you, Harshini. Same to you.
Thank you, sir.
Sir,
Yes, Poonam.
sir, I have my maths exam on Friday.
Friday, okay, 2 day after 2.
Yes, sir. Sir, now I finished all portions now. Full, I've done everything properly. So should I start sample paper as revision?
Yes, 100%. Once you are confident enough for your NCRT syllabus, okay, once you understood all my sessions, go for sample papers. Complete sample papers you take, okay, and take the timing also into the consideration. So now I'm taking this sample paper. 3 hours is my timing. Let me see how many I'll complete. Like that you do it, okay.
Yes, sir.
If you want, I can send some of the sample papers also.
Yes, sir. So for one day before exam, I can solve like only for sample papers.
No, if at all it is your final exam, you should see the memory map first. First 3 hours, 4 hours. Then you should go for the top 50 questions which I'll give before the exam. Then you should go for the one sample paper before the exam.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye,
Okay.
sir.
Right. So right now I'm not giving any top 50 questions. You go for any sample paper.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'll
And
be taking.
your memory map also not required because you said from last 10 days you are already doing all of them.
Yes. Sir, I was revising your notes also. It was
Okay.
like small only. So it's possible
Okay.
for me. I wrote all maths little small, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Okay. Yes, Aparna, any doubt, student? Appu?